everybody, and this is my fourth video in my modern art series. Today we are going to be looking at Mountain de Collioure, which was painted in 1905 by French artist André Derain. He lived from 1880 to 1954. This painting is in the National Gallery of Art in Washington, D.C. currently, and it's in the style of Fauvism, which flourished from 1904 to 1908. It used bright, energetic, clashing colors and short, thick brushstrokes that conveyed liveliness. Fauvism means wild beasts, which was an insult because the Parisian gallery goers didn't like the unconventional use of color. They were used to the salon and high art that dominated the art scene. For example, Matisse was a famous Fauvist, and this is his Woman with the Hat, which is very notorious for its time. Derain's painting depicts the landscape of Collioure, a French seaside town which is close to Perpignan. The use of clashing colors such as green and red, and also of orange and blue, make this painting very vivid. The grass and trees are painted with tiny strokes that look like sticks of dynamite, as Derain actually said about his painting. The tiny strokes are contrasted to the sloping mountains behind, which are painted through broad, flat color planes with thick outlines. There's not really any shadowing to suggest distance, but rather meandering lines and unique shapes. This painting is Derain's emotional response to seeing the mountains, and he's expressing the inner vigor of the objects around him rather than what they actually look like, so they're very non-representational. The sky is a mess of blues, but light is indicated by the large yellow oval in the upper left, which is the sun, and the white spaces in between the bright colors. There is also an interesting purple band that's near the bottom to suggest distance and depth behind the orange trunk trees. Fauvism was one of the first true modern art movements of the new century, and it broke the ice in art so new movements such as Die Brücke and Der Blaue Reiter and Cubism could flourish. This painting is also similar to Impressionists, who used sketchy application of color, although they depicted how light affects objects and didn't use so radical colors. And here is Renoir's Les Moulins de la Galette, which he painted in 1876. And this is just an example of Impressionism, and here you can see the marvelous use of light on the woman's dress. And these are just pictures from when I went to a city that was close to Collioure. I think it was called Banyuls, or somewhere along the French Riviera coast. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hello everybody, and this is my second video in my modern art series. Today we're going to be looking at Armored Train by Gino Severini, and he painted this in 1915. It depicts a fast-moving train with soldiers shooting long, powerful guns, and it's in the style of Futurism, which was an Italian modern movement